Some big changes coming to the test that millions of high schoolers take to help them get into college. News 12 Connecticut's Marissa Alter gives us a preview of the new look SAT.
For many of us, the SAT conjures up thoughts of number 2 pencils and filling in bubbles, but get ready to grab a laptop instead. The new digital SAT will roll out in the U.S. in 2024 and internationally in 2023. But heading online isn't the only format change. The exam will shrink from 3 hours to 2, include shorter reading passages, and allow students to use a calculator for the entire math section. Scores will also come back in days rather than weeks. The College Board says students will still take the exam at a school or test center. They can use their own device or one from their school.
But if a student doesn't have a device, we'll provide one on test day. And if your Wi-Fi drops or your computer dies during the test, we've designed the digital SAT so you can just plug back in, reconnect, and you won't lose any time or work.
Hallie Serino is the founder and CEO of Westport Educational Consultants, which has been prepping kids for the SAT for the past 30 years.
I think it'll streamline it, make it less stressful. We've seen so many changes in the SAT over time. So now we'll have to deal with yet the next change.
Serino points out this is a generation used to screens. In Connecticut schools, a lot of regular tests are now being done digitally.
Bottom line for me is that this is not a new thing for our students.
Ajit Gopalakrishnan is the Chief Performance Officer at the Connecticut Department of Education. He says all the state's standardized tests are online except the SAT, which Connecticut started using as its assessment of juniors in 2016. Come this spring, that will change. He says public school students will take the current version of the SAT, but on their computers. They'll move to the new format in 2024.
I think we're well positioned for this transition and welcome it.
Marissa Alter, News 12, Connecticut.
The College Board says it pilot tested a digital SAT last fall. 80% of students responded that it was less stressful. Many colleges have dropped the SAT as a prerequisite for admission in recent years, spurred on partly by the pandemic.